sweetie.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dave Juskow, and this is the Comedy Cellar Football Show. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Oh, luck be a lady.
Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Football Show with me, Dave Juskow, and our beautiful opening credit sequence that nobody can get enough of on a daily basis. Mike, would you have expected anything else?
The production value is off the charts.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's a COVID production value.
Yeah.
All right, let me introduce our panel this evening in no particular order. This is the way I see them. On my left, he is the executive producer of Family Guy, which airs Sunday nights on Fox at 9:30. He's also the co-writer of, in my opinion, one of the greatest comedy movies of all time, Ted. I'm not just saying that because he's here. He knows how I feel about it. And for some reason or another, he's best friends with Mike Bichetti. Please welcome Alec Sulkin, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. I renounce the Mike Bichetti thing. I love him. Not best friend. I love him, though.
To my right, he can be seen in the movie Ted 2 and the Showtime series I'm Dying Up Here. He is the co-author of the bestseller book, Shatner Rules, Your Guide to Understanding the Shatnerverse and the World at Large. He's also an Emmy-winning writer for The Daily Show for Jon Stewart, and he now currently is one of the talented producers of The Amazing Family Guy. Please welcome Chris Regan, everybody.
Thank you, David. You're not quite sure what a bestseller is, but
well, I was being polite. And on my bottom, funny every time, he is the producer of Everybody Loves Raymond and co-creator of Men of a Certain Age. He's currently the showrunner of the Netflix reimagining of the legendary series One Day at a Time, the Latino version, which now in its fourth season also airs on CBS All Access and Pop. Please welcome Mike Royce, everybody.
Thank you for...
I like to do the politically incorrect things every once in a while to make sure everything goes smoothly like the way you would have expected a Dave Juskow program to be.
I am leaving
Mike,
this meeting.
I know you can't say anything. Yes.
Yeah.
But hello, welcome, everybody. So Alec and Mike have met maybe, or they never met. We just found out Mike might have been at Alec's house once. They don't know each other. Chris and Alec work together. Chris and Mike and I went to college together.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. We got it straight.
Yeah.
We got a big back history. And Alec, you and I were talking before we went on that you had just seen this. You just saw the Seinfeld episode before he came over, which was on. Did you tape it from last night's
I did.
show? Oh, okay. Good. Right. Because I was watching it last night. It was the mango one. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I was watching it with a few of our mutual friend, Goldie, John Goldblatt, who's here with me. And Mike, I texted John Goldblatt earlier today saying, what is Mike Royce like? And he wrote back, great guy. I love him. He's incredibly funny. 3 exclamation points. And so you have a few fences to mend with Goldie, it sounds
I
like.
could dispute all of those claims.
Yeah, that's he's projecting about himself.
He said also he puts you in his top 5 bald guys in the world.
Oh, well, that's nice. That I'll take. I'll take that compliment.
Yeah.
And well, that's the thing, Chris. You were complaining because on the Instagram poster I used today, you said it's a picture from a long time ago, but I thought it was recent, mostly because you still have all your hair, and that's the way we judge stuff. As guys that are balding, we judge stuff by the amount of hair, and you and Alec have perfect hair.
Best
And,
2K in the business. Best
I just
2K
got
in the business.
no. Is that true? No. Oh, I thought we had a scoop. But yeah, we were talking about that girl Lisa Edelstein because she was on that episode, and it's fun. Then I remember we were talking about Deborah Messing, because NBC was so hot, because you said NBC was hot on getting Lisa Edelstein a show, which would make sense because we saw her everywhere in the 90s. But I remember Deborah Messing, I think because we went to high school with Michelle Messing, her cousin. so we kind of knew about her. But I just remember seeing her on everything. I mean, Fox, NBC. They gave her show after show. Remember, because Duet was on for a couple of seasons.
Yep.
They were trying so hard to find her a series,
but it worked. It worked with her.
It worked with her, but there's a couple of other people. I know they tried Caroline Ray for a while. They were trying to get, going on something. And it's funny when it's very noticeable to somebody outside, they're like, they're clearly pushing this woman on us.
Well,
we better like her or it's not going to stop.
We were talking about also Melina Kanakaridis. Remember her?
Yeah, now who is that? I don't remember that.
She was the star of that show Providence. So they ultimately did get her a show, but they were pushing her, I feel like, very hard. They really wanted her to be a star.
That was the one with Mike Farrell, right? From MASH?
That I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Sorry, I didn't mean to. That's the kind of show this is. It's controversial.
Well,
no, but it's you guys. Yeah, Chris, go ahead.
I was saying when a name like Karakanides really pops off the marquee like that, you can't help but
You already said it wrong.
I can't picture her. Oh, you did? How is it actually pronounced?
It's like opening a can of whoop ass. You open a can of Carides.
And pronounce the woman who I don't think writes for your show anymore, the one I can never pronounce, Cherry Chopper, which you think is a fake name. Oh,
Cherry,
except I'm sorry, getting from the producer, Mike Farrell was on Providence. Thank you.
All right, there you go.
But
right.
Alec, how do you pronounce Cherry's name?
Cherry Chiva Pravadamrong.
Wow. And that's funny when sorry.
It was funny when she was a writer on the show. And so when we would table read her episodes, the showrunner would announce and this episode is written by, and we had another writer, Mike Henry, who would always instantly go into Cherry Chiva Pravadamrong. And then another writer would say, won't you play another Cherry Chiva Pravadamrong song?
That's a good way to remember it, though.
Yeah, it's a real name.
I know you've told me that many times, and you've been kind enough to have me up to the place, the studio, when things were normal. Yeah. And I was lucky. I got to see Patrick Warburton record and stuff like that. It was really fun. It's funny when you go to your place. I'm a huge Family Guy fan, as you know. I know many of the episodes by heart, the lines I can recite. And yet it's funny when you go there, you come out disappointed because you didn't get to meet Peter Griffin or Stewie. Like you'll never will. No. There's no way to ironically be not disappointed.
Yeah.
Because they're so real to you all the time.
Yes. Well,
but with that girl, with Family Guy and the way it is, it always seemed it was the woman. It always seemed like it was a phony name. Like you guys made it up as a big joke on us that there's this writer that they just clearly made up a name. I've never heard of that in my life.
But we all have short, stupid names. That's the way you should look at it.
Right, yes.
Like we're all like, you have a funny name because it's interesting.
I know.
Like our name's all below.
No, our names are awesome, and that's why it's easy. David, Chris, Mike, Alec. I mean, that's just the way it used to be back in the day when Norman Lear had all his old shows, those kind of shows.
Those are okay.
It's like you guys, Chris, and first of all, Alec, I didn't know you moved back to the East Coast during COVID. You did, or you?
Yeah, we got out of Dodge.
That was smart.
Yeah,
you left Chris Regan to die.
Yeah, we did. We left Chris to handle the business back in LA. He helped close up our house, which was nice of him.
I've been squatting there for the past 2 months. If you want to come over again, Mike,
Well, it's funny. Chris and Alec they are in the perfect jobs for a big virus to happen. Animation can never die in this climate. It's perfect. There's no reason you can't work from home all the time. So that's a good thing. There's just keep new output. You haven't skipped a beat, right?
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, it's there are some challenges to it, but we've been plugging along. Everyone I've spoken to they say they feel much more tired at the end of the day doing Zoom, but there's kind of no escape from it. You're just really, really locked in, and you can't just go and stretch your legs and walk around. And but it's fine. I mean,
Are you hearing the subtext here? Yes, Chris. All right, we'll put in some breaks. I hear you.
just to, I gotta keep this clear, keep it running.
like a 2-week break of some kind, just to really recharge my batteries.
And Mike, with you, was your season 4 already completed when this happened?
No, we had finished. We got shut down after 6 episodes, and then we finished writing the rest of them on Zoom. We were pretty close, so we had a few weeks after that. After we got shut down, we were in the pioneer Zoom rooms. We started on Skype, which was
right.
Back in my day, we had Skype, which was literally a day because that was terrible. And then we discovered Zoom. And then we obviously weren't coming back. So we converted one of the episodes into an animated episode because it was already kind of like you had a lot of fantasy sequences, which is just odd that we had an episode like that. And so we did an animated episode with this company in Canada that like fast tracked everything incredibly, and we got it out in like 2 months.
And the amazing thing about Mike is that whatever he's working on, it's really interesting if you follow him at all. And I guess I only know because I follow, so I don't know if other people are like this, but I've never seen it before. Whatever Mike is working on, it's like Damone and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Whatever Mike's working on is the place to be. Like this guy, he loves his shows. He loves them and he fights for them. And every time a show's about to be canceled, he's like, no, now you listen to me and you listen good. And he's like, I mean, this.
Well, if you look at the subtext there, all his shows are about to be canceled.
Well, I mean, you move, but it's funny because you have, at this point in your career, you can move on and really do whatever you like. You can pick projects, you can pick and choose. But starting with Men of a Certain Age, you were heavily fighting for that. Enlisted, you were like, come on, people, let's go. And then one day at a time, you're like, come on, we got to do a 4th season. What's happening?
Every season. Come on, you got to watch, otherwise
but you're so into it, and your cast must appreciate that, and your crew and all those, they must appreciate your passion for it. So that must show up,
I guess so. I mean, it just really has been the story of, the 3 shows you mentioned, I have the same tale with, which is, except that this Save Our Show didn't work. Save Our Show didn't work. Men of a Certain Age was before streaming. So we were trying to like sell it places. And literally it was like, this Netflix outlet, they're doing this House of Cards thing. Who knows, nothing was a thing yet. And I think we could have maybe been saved if it had been a little bit later. But then one day at a time, I actually got saved, even though now we're fucking canceled.
Wait, is that true? You're canceled? I'm sorry.
We're in a limbo area where we're,
Well, you said that happens every year, but then, and how dare they cancel a Latino show? Now they're going to get in an uproar about that. That's where you get lucky, in the politically correct day and age.
Yeah, you have a very upside down look at everything.
Yes, I do. Why do you think I love Family Guy so much? They get it. I mean, how mad am I that Family Guy just keeps putting out apologies? Well, we can't do this anymore. We can't do this anymore. I'm nervous about the reruns. What's going to happen there with everything. I mean, everything, it's just like I watched the ones.
We're not going to touch those reruns.
I hope that's the case. I really do.
I don't know.
My sister is asking if Mike can explain what a showrunner is. It's a good question for those of you who don't know.
We could open the question up, but it's the person or people who all the decisions go through that person. And I mean, you're mostly a head writer. And then you do a lot of other stuff too, but you're making decisions on everything, wardrobe, you're basically having, sort of telling the director what to do, at least giving the director notes. You're controlling every aspect of it, even though
you're the number one guy.
Yeah, it all goes through you. Yes.
You get final say on the scripts, on the direction, on the output. Is that not correct?
Basically, yeah, but it's such a team effort that you're riding.
Yeah, that's very kind of you, Mike. But seriously, look at Mike. He's such a nice guy. If I was a showrunner, I'd be like, I do everything. Don't worry about it. But Alec, you're like, I mean, even though you're the executive producer, you are when Seth isn't there, you're the one. Are you considered a showrunner?
So I'm a showrunner of the show, but there are 2 on Family Guy because it's such a big production and there are a lot of people. So the other showrunner is named Rich Appel, and I mean, for all intents and purposes, that he's he's a very like powerful and sort of connected guy. So he kind of
Because
has
he's Italian.
no.
Oh, I'm sorry. You meant connected in a different way.
No,
Sorry.
he's Mexican. He's Mexican like us.
I thought it was Richie Appel.
But
I
no,
thought it was that
so
guy from Seinfeld. That's what
it's just Mike's description of it is entirely accurate.
Well, I don't think he gives himself, or you guys give yourself enough credit. All right, let's move on with our.
It's kind of weird you jumped over me for the showrunner question, Dave.
Sorry, I'll get to. Well, probably by next year you'll probably be a showrunner either on there or somewhere else, right?
I ran a show once that had puppets in it.
Is that true? Which one was that?
Didn't get to air. It was something with Morgan Spurlock and the Henson people.
Really?
And yeah. And the notes we kept getting were that our puppets didn't look young enough.
Well, you know, it's Chris and I always have the same thing going on, but I always have it on a lesser level. But I was working on TV Funhouse, the Smigel one. I love working with puppets too, all the time. I mean, that's why me and Smigel, we just hit it off, because I just love when we combine puppetry and live animals. And apparently I found my match. And, I can't even believe I found somebody, him and Dino Stamatopoulos, who love the same thing I do. It's very rare to find that in a lifetime. But then again, I can say that about the three of you guys.
Dave, what are we looking at here?
Well, this is what I do every week. I show pictures that normally the way the show started is that I would show my tailgating photos. But of course, there is no tailgating this year. So these are just like, what I was doing last year. This is the last tailgate ever.
Wait, this is not a COVID tailgate? This looks
no.
dark.
This was last year in December. The last look, there's me and Lee Maracus.
So this is a segment called Everything I Did Last Year, but This Year Sad.
Well, this is how I started. This is what I should have been doing. Look at the extensive tailgates we had. Waiting before anybody got there.
Oh, it's a babe magnet. Right here.
Yeah, you got that right. Oh yeah, you can see all these guys, these heavy guys over here.
Oh, but that babe's heading right for you.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's somebody's wife. But what are you going to do?
About what time of day is that, Dave?
Oh, that's at 9 a.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I get there at 8 a.m, and I usually have a cup of coffee and read the paper when there's nobody there. And this is around 9:30, and the game starts at 1. So we drink all day. This isn't even the full setup because we have a canopy on the bar and stools set up and everything. Wow. I'll show you that another time. But this is what I do on Sunday. This is me and my mom having lunch. It's really awful. This is what it's come to. But but Mike, here's some bad news. I showed this last week. Here's the senior citizen dinner. 55 and older. Oh, that's so sad. Oh shit. Oh, that's
Is
not
it sad
right.
though? Is it sad?
I love it. No, I love it because this, and I can get into the track at a discount as well. So it's kind of a dream come true. I just
look
don't
at that.
think
Look at those dishes.
Yeah.
Sauteed beef liver, fresh.
Senior citizens should not be eating these dishes.
Fresh fried flounder. Try saying that.
I tried the fried clams.
I
They're
mean,
quite delicious, and you get a soup and salad.
You're 56. How many years left do you have left? 2, 3? I mean, just go for it.
Yeah, you might as well go for it, right? Yeah, have the feel Franchise.
It looks like a restaurant where Gordon Ramsay would just go ape shit in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, it's not good. This is what we've been reduced to performing at. I was here last Wednesday. This is it. It's an actually outdoor show in the East Village on 6th Street. Look at this. This is the show. There's been about 10 people there. That is Jessica Curson on stage. This is what we have been reduced to. You can see it's outdoors. There's a tree.
This is not during Hurricane Sandy. This is now.
This was last Wednesday here in the big city. You can only do outdoor shows, and it's just going to get worse because it's cold. And but that's what everybody's.
They can't stop comedy. Only comics can stop comedy.
That's what I've been trying to do for 30 years, and yet I keep on trucking. But the weird part is this girl that runs it. Her name is Allie Fishbein, and she's adorable. And she's like the rock star of COVID because she's getting people like Jessica Curson, David Tell, Todd Barry was there last week, Phil, and she's getting all these amazing people that would never be performing here normally, but they're dying to perform. Yeah. So there's these producers that find these little venues, and they're becoming known because, everybody wants a place to play.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's me and Todd Barry having dinner after the show.
Todd Barry.
There he is.
Yeah. Well, he's like, you want to have dinner after? And you don't want to say no to that guy. He's terrifying. He's afraid of COVID. He's the reason I was opening for Gaffigan all summer, because he didn't want to go on the road with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so we ate outside at a Chinese restaurant right on 2nd Avenue.
Wow.
It's pretty good. It's hard to get a picture of him in, outdoors this time of the year. This is what I did on Sunday. We went to get sushi, and they had frozen Sapporo.
Ooh.
So I saw the machine, and I'm like, that sounds awful. I'm not going to get that. And then the guy's like, do you want to try our frozen Sapporo? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, I didn't want to, she's young, and I'm just, oh yeah, I'm a hip guy. So we got it, and this is the way it comes.
Now give us a backstory on the lady.
Yeah, who's she?
Oh, well, that's the best part is she's 25. So when I was working at my regular job before I got Me Too'd, I was friendly with this other 25-year-old girl. I showed pictures of her about a month ago. I went to her 25th birthday party. So it's me and all these 25-year-old girls. It's like the funniest thing. But I took Artie's sister with me, so it wasn't too awkward. Somebody a little bit age appropriate. But yeah, I'm friends with all these 25-year-old girls. And, they're always up for hanging out, because people our age don't want to hang out anymore. So at least they're always up for doing something.
Yeah,
Every
sure.
sentence you say is problematic. Every sentence.
I know. We just blew past a few important things in that speech there.
This is Jordan. She's from Arizona. She's a big Cardinals fan. So she was up for hanging out on Sunday and then watching the game on Sunday night. But this frozen beer is awful. Just as you
really?
think it was. Yeah. So you take a little off the top, I want to say suck it, but then it's going to be bad again. But yeah, it tasted like that stuff they used to have at Shea Stadium, or, Rheingold beer or Schaefer beer back in the 70s. Really bad. Just the way you'd think frozen beer would be. There was no flavor to it except it was tinny until you can get to the actual beer part. Then it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But the top part, not so much. But I had to show it because I'd never heard of it before. And this was a restaurant downstairs. We were eating inside. They took our temperatures beforehand, and then you had to fill out a form. Have you guys have any inside eating in California?
I don't think so. I think we went back a step. I don't know. I haven't left this room, so I don't know.
Really?
I've eaten on some patios, but nothing indoors.
Alec, what about where you are now? Is there
Yeah,
indoor
there's
dining?
there's some. It's
Oh.
it's pretty it's very appropriately spaced out and all that kind of stuff, but there are some places where you can eat inside.
Well, the best is that this is a sushi place now, and I don't know if you remember, at least in the city, they pack you in. Usually they used to, pack you in. You're sitting right on top of somebody. I hate that. So now it's great. They got, dividers next to you, because every time I would go with a girl like this, there was a guy sitting next to me all by himself. He's listening to our conversation. Every single time I went with somebody, there was a guy by himself. It was so annoying. And so now it doesn't matter because there's dividers. So I like that. I like COVID. Went to high school with. There's my modeling picture.
Jesus.
And I think I went to high school with him, and I believe he was Mike Royce's best friend. He was Mike Royce's best friend, college roommate.
Okay.
Is that possible that he used to room with Stu Black Connolly in Syracuse?
Oh, very
This
possible.
is Mitch Silverberg.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's why it's because I don't know him really well.
All right, so
but
here are
yes.
my modeling pictures. I told you, I'm not kidding
Oh, look at
around.
this.
What is going on?
I model now. This is what I do during COVID to make extra money. I do modeling poses. You're welcome. But who is Stu Black Connolly? We always wonder.
And now a short film by Michael Royce.
Of risky
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Remember this one?
hope that these regular
Some fine
guys
movie making right here.
can get on the big
There's a young Mike Royce and Stu Black Connolly, right?
In downtown Syracuse.
Who's
wearing-
this?
That's a character from Castle.
Yeah, that's right. I took
Yeah,
this picture. I was watching Castle one night, and it says, I'm like, what the hell is this?
That's the actor who broke out of Scientology.
That's
Right.
right. That's
How
right.
the hell did you know that?
Well, because we watched that HBO Scientology thing, and he was
Yeah.
giving all the testimonials.
Oh, but why? And what was the reason, Mike? You knew the guys who worked on Castle.
I know
right?
the showrunner, and he never told me about it. I just started looking on Twitter and searching for my own name as one does, and suddenly it was just all filled with some character who says some quote that is, to these fans, it's like the most memorable quote of the whole series, something very inspiring, and I said it.
The most memorable quote from Castle.
What is this, Mike?
That's my bachelor party.
That's right.
I believe.
Are you guys in pajamas?
Yep, pretty much.
I wore a lot of yeah.
Yep. This is Danny Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
This is Stu Black Connolly, right?
Stu Black Connolly, that's right.
Now, this is me trying to make the gayest face anybody could ever make. Like, I've been trying to hit this mark for a very long time, trying to get, this is from 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I've been trying to get this face for years now. Like, I've tried multiple times to get this face. This is what I work on with my day. Like, here's me just trying to make the face that's appropriate with, that's obvious, the gay street one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But
I was worried that wasn't going to be a problematic photo.
Yeah, now here's Dick Street.
Wait, Dave, who's seeing this again?
Anybody who wants. I'm trying to get the right faces to the right things that we do. It's an acting job. It's an acting technique. I think I pulled it off here, if I could be so bold.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like your blonde period in that picture.
Oh yeah, I guess I do. Oh yeah. Well, when you use that shampoo hair coloring, that's what it comes out. It comes out as different colors all the time. Here's Mike's bachelor party again. Here's Mike and Attell.
Just 2 guys with full heads of hair, like you see.
Yeah, and here we are at the track. I took Mike to the track for his bachelor party.
These clothes are great.
Okay, am I allowed to tell the story of the bachelor party? It's very brief.
Sure.
But, yeah, so for some reason, I guess I chose Dave to organize my bachelor party because I thought, well, he'll be good at that. And then I remember very distinctly taking him by the shoulders and saying very clearly, I do not want to go to a strip club. This is not code for me telling you I want to go to, like I'm saying I don't, and then I really do, but and then you can report back to my wife that I didn't, and all that stuff. I really legit do not want, I don't enjoy them. I don't want to go. I will not have a good time. And again, I'm not tricking you with this long, went on for 45 minutes of trying to get him to understand. So he organized the whole thing. We went to the track, we bet on horses, we smoked cigars, we drank our faces off, we had wings, all great, early 90s male stuff. And then we're going home, and had so much to drink, and the cigar, I don't smoke cigars, and I'm already hungover. I have a super headache, and it's like 1 a.m, 2 a.m, and we're driving back to New York from the Meadowlands, right? And the fucking caravan just goes right into some strip club.
You had no choice. I still feel you would have been angry at me if I didn't. Now, remember, it was minor. We walked in, we were there for a half hour.
Well, I'll tell you, it was minor, at least partly on my end, because somebody paid somebody to give me a lap dance. That woman came over. The whole time I was like this, with my head in my hands. Like,
are you sure it was a lap dance? I thought we just paid somebody to go over and talk to you, because I'm not that type of guy either.
Oh, well, then perhaps that was because that's all that happened.
She just went over and talked to you. She was smoking a cigarette. She's like, so you're a bachelor, huh? Or whatever. I remember she was pretty, but she had this low cigarette voice. But I remember it was very mild, and it was just the act of going to the strip club. But we're normal guys. I mean, it did for my friend Lawrence too. We had to go. We don't like the lap dances that much. We're regular guys. We're not like, come on, dude, you got to get laid tonight. We just had to, it was the act of doing it. I mean, what kind of person sets up, I know we didn't want to do it, but it was mellow, right?
I just, I honestly just remember my head hurting so much, and her coming over and talking to me, and it lasting about 5 minutes, where she's just, and I was like, I just want to go home, And
yeah, we didn't force you in anything. We were there for a half hour. We left.
It was brief. It was brief.
There's me at the track again, all big winner. This is after the track. When I grew up, this is a couple years ago, I have the Dave Juskow Invitational at the Monmouth Park Racetrack that I name after Police Academy movies. So this is the Dave Juskow Invitational 2, their first assignment. And I can't, what was the third one called? Is it Citizens? No, Back in Action, I think. But I always name them after that. And then you get a picture with the jockey. And that's my nephew. It's really exciting having a race. And, you know, they have to call it, the horses are in the gate for the Dave Juskow Invitational 2, Back in Action, or whatever. Like I try and make it as long as possible so the guy gets really annoyed when he's saying it. Here's the people you see at the track. And here's Chris Regan's bachelor party.
Oh,
at Sammy's Romanian.
yeah.
That was fun too, right?
I think you sang a couple of numbers.
I did. Well, that's the thing. I'm pretty good at bachelor parties. This is Lenny Marcus's bachelor party with a lot of our friends, Ryan Hamilton, Tom Cotter, the late Vic Henley. There's Lenny. It was just my bachelor party place. See, I've always been a funny guy.
That's true.
That. See, wow. I'm hilarious even back then in 6th grade. Chris, do you remember my 34th birthday?
I have no recollection of that.
I know. That's my dad and my mom. That was the night my dad was so in love with you. He was like, your friend Chris Regan's the fucking greatest. He loved you and this guy here, Vincent. He goes, I don't know why they're friends with you. You're such an asshole. On my right, I was talking to Vincent about Shakespeare. On the left, I was talking to Chris Regan about movies. He was so in love with you. He had the best time that night.
I have a question. Where was that?
This was at a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown where they have a back room for us. Yeah.
And I have a statement. That shirt that I'm wearing, I wore that on 9/11 and I never wore it again.
Oh, smart move.
I remember
this must have been right around 9/11. It's probably 1999.
Yeah, I was watching the towers fall with my coworkers and I realized I was wearing that shirt. And it's like, wow. Well, one time in college, I wore a fez because I was in college. And it was at some event, and this girl died of a brain aneurysm like 20 feet away. And I realized I was wearing a fez. So anytime I dress in a novelty outfit, someone dies.
I burned my shirt after I lost on Star Search that I was wearing as well. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wow.
Chris, who does this look like? Who do you think this is?
It looks a little like comic Aaron Foley.
No, it looks like Peggy or Pappy O'Brien.
Peggy O'Brien.
Yeah, but it's not her. I asked her.
You think
but she got a commercial.
It does not look like Peggy O'Brien enough to ask her.
You know her?
I do.
Oh.
That really actually looks nothing like Peggy O'Brien.
You don't think it looks like Pappy O'Brien?
I don't call her Pappy. I call her Peggy, but no, it doesn't look like the Peggy O'Brien I know.
Oh, that's right. I forget. That's how you know Mike Bichetti. I keep forgetting you started at the New York Comedy Club, so you know Peggy from the old days, right?
Boy, you really have a target on the back of Mike Bichetti.
No.
By the way, I want to say I'm friends with Mike Bichetti. I haven't seen him in 20 years, but I'm a supporter.
There you go. Me too.
I'm a student. I'm doing graduate studies at Harold Robbins Community College. And
he knows what he's talking about. Then,
yes, I've studied nuclear power extensively, and I was arrested at the Snake Hips nuclear power plant protesting for good cause.
Come on, you don't have
That's a young Chris Regan and me working together.
John Vitti.
Back in the 70s. And John Vitti. Well, I'm over there. I'm there. So
I thought that was going to turn into the Brian Atteen audition.
I really found the small moments.
That's the picture Alec was kind enough to take of me when he bought me the thing. That's Captain Kirk's original chair, right?
That's right. In the Family Guy writer's room. That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why I can't believe we didn't. I'm positive we took a picture of the two of us, like that guy who hated us at the restaurant took a picture of us that day. I don't know where that is. It must be on your camera.
Yeah, I don't.
So I could swear
yeah, you're right. The guy who hated us.
Yeah. Yeah, but I worked it out for you so you could order from there from now on.
That's right.
This is Alec with some
as I like to say in this photo, that's me on left. Yeah, I was very tongue-tied.
Yeah, so it's not that great. Here's me and Marty Brodeur.
No.
Screw you. You know, shut up. Here's Alec in Ted 2.
Oh boy, the dignity. Oh, as I called myself then, Obi-Wan Kenobody.
Yeah, but I was so excited to see you. I mean, that movie was just as good for me. I play that opening scene sometimes, the audio on my podcast with them, with Ted and his wife living together. That's one of my favorite scenes at the end when they're screaming out the window and they're like, "You shut up, buddy!" That's my favorite thing. We open the window and everybody's screaming at each other in a city, whether it's Boston or New York.
I'll have to refresh my memory.
Oh, you don't remember? That's so funny. It's so funny. It's one of my favorite scenes. And then that guy in it, they hate this other lady. Like, yeah, we hate her now. And
Right.
it's one of my favorite opening scenes in a movie.
As you can see, we're in front of Walt Clyde Frazier's place.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh. This is me and the Millennium Falcon just before I saw the Solo story, whatever, that horrible movie.
Terrible.
Here's me and Patrick Warburton, the Devils in the playoffs.
Yep.
Boo.
Chris?
Hey, Pete Morris.
That's right. That's Pete. No olfactory Morris. He can't smell. He has no
smell.
olfactory system.
No sense of smell.
So we sent this to Chris because Pete just showed up one day at this bar. But this is a friend of mine. His name is Paul Pope, and he writes Batman. Like he's cool, like he's this artist, and he made this whole Batman Year 100.
And you made the guy who can't smell the celebrity of that particular photo. That's the guy you.
That's right. But look who he's hanging out with. He also he works with J.J. Abrams in Star Trek consulting, and he also wrote this Star Trek comics, which I thought you guys would like.
J.J. Abrams famously smelly.
Why do you call him Pete No Olfactory, whatever his name is?
Because he can't
no smell, and then. Pete no smell. Then it gets misunderstood.
Well, Chris Regan made it up, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. So I use it all the time.
Oh, Chris, I'm repitching your nickname. All right, sorry.
Alec, what episode is this?
Oh, I'm not a Star Trek guy.
Oh, what?
I know that
Nimoy
I know that Nimoy is Jewish and from Brookline, Massachusetts, but that's all.
Well, I like this one because it reminded me of my cat, who I used to dress up on Halloween. I don't know who she was going as, but then Chris, where did you get this photo from?
I found it on Pinterest.
Chris posted this on Instagram the other day. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And it's Halloween.
I think the Dodgers used it recently in some promotional material.
So he was really at a game dressed up in a jacket and tie.
Well, all the guys are.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, but he was dressed up in a tuxedo more, like, an evening wear. Like the other guys are in jackets and ties. But
that was Vincent Price blending in as well as Vincent Price could blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like he was also like, like, here you go.
But thinking about the Vincent Price of a hot dog back then just makes me sad.
Well done. All right. Now let's wait, where was I? Let's get to our football picks for this week. Oh, before we get to that, let's see what we have to go with what last week's results were just very quickly. I did horribly, 6-8. Dan Natterman did even worse. Marina did horribly. The audience is doing great. They went 8-6, and that's still a bad week. I was the only one to pick the Giants to cover. We all lost on the Bears on Monday night. We were all geniuses with Kansas City. This Titans game was really annoying because I should have picked Pittsburgh. That line changed on Sunday. I would have done a different way. We all lost on the Bills. The Jets actually covered the spread. What's up with that?
I don't know much, but I do know don't count on the Bills.
Don't count on the Bills.
New York resident.
Oh, right. Oh, good point. Well, that will come into play today as we make our picks for week 8 in the NFL. Okay, this is how we do it. We just kind of breeze through everything. This is Thursday night's game. The Falcons, the Panthers. I am sick of the Falcons. I'm going immediately with the Panthers. Alec, your thoughts?
Oh, I'm going Falcons. I think Matty Ice is ready to break through this week. I think.
See, I thought that last week, and I put cash money on it, and I want to just go kill myself because I don't know how the Lions came back.
Falcons, book it.
Okay, and Mike Royce.
I want to know, by the way, that I'm normally in 2 football pools. I am in no football pools this year.
That's my
fault. I've not been watching any football. I have no idea what's happening.
That's all right.
This is with the point spread, right? It's not just pick 'em, right?
With the points, the Panthers are -3.
You got to go with the Panthers.
That's what I think. Chris, Regan, I know you know nothing about football. It's quite all right. Usually the people that know nothing win the week.
I will pick the bird.
Okay, that's exactly the way
That's
most
how
people
I'm going to
pick.
articulate my picture.
Mike, not Mike. Mike Royce, our producer's name is also Mike, so sometimes I will refer to him. What does the audience say?
They're saying Panthers.
They're saying Panthers. The audience is doing amazing. Okay, this is a weird game. The Baltimore Ravens somehow favored to an undefeated team by 3.5. I'm going to take those 3.5 points with Pittsburgh, even though I can't stand Pittsburgh. Alec.
I agree with you there. I'm going Pittsburgh. I think Baltimore's underperforming.
Mike Royce?
Okay.
I agree.
Just because I have to play a role in this, I'm going to be the go the other way guy. So I'm going to pick the Ravens.
Okay. Chris Regan, going to do the Birds again?
I like football teams named after poems, so I will go the bird.
Okay. The audience says?
They're saying Steelers, most of them. I would think Ravens, but they're saying Steelers.
Yeah, I guess we got to go with what they say, or they'll be mad at you. Okay, so here are the Rams against the Dolphins. Ugh, that stupid Bears game. Because I always have money, on this kind of stuff. I'm a degenerate gambler. So this is the Dolphins and the Rams. Mike Royce, why don't you go first on this one? The Rams are favored by 4.5.
Yeah.
He just established himself as the go the other way guy. You can't have him go first.
Oh, good point. Alec, what do you think?
I have to make up what they're going to go.
Sorry, I have to have him go first one time.
I'm definitely going with LA.
Yeah. I think.
Fuck you, the Dolphins.
There you go. See, he knew it.
Mike, is that true? You're going to pick the Dolphins?
I was going to pick the Dolphins because I thought that would be going the other way.
Okay, Chris?
Rams, definitely.
Yep, you're in LA. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm having a tough time with this one because the Dolphins aren't horrible. I wonder if what's his name? Tua. That's just like the cherry chud. Tua Taluga, whatever his name. I think he's playing, and I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is pissed. I think the Rams cover. I think they take care of this new quarterback that might not be ready. What does the audience say?
They're going Rams.
Yeah, I think that's the wise choice. Now, this game was 21 points yesterday, and it moved down to 19 because the Jets actually did okay against the Bills. But as Mike Royce says, the Bills stink. I have no problem taking 30 points with Kansas City against the stupid, horrible, disgusting New York Jets. Alec?
Boy, 19 is an absurd spread. Absurd. They're begging you to take the Jets, so that's why you got to take the Chiefs.
It's true, but you know what I've noticed is that when they have these exorbitant, is that the right word? Spreads like that, the team usually does cover, but it's the Jets, and they won't go by the way it usually happens because even though you think they have pride, Jets have no pride. Thank you.
No.
Mike Royce.
Jets, Jets.
Really? All right,
I got to stick with the character.
Chris Regan.
Meadowlands, 1989, the only professional football game I've ever seen in person. Someone inflated a sex doll and threw it down from the very, very cheap seats. And it went into the crowd on the bottom and people tore it to shreds. The Jets.
And what does the audience say?
They're saying Chiefs.
Okay, I was going to say, Chris Regan, I mean, he used to party with William Shatner on Monday nights for Monday Night Football. I was so jealous. I was dying to come out there and join you one Monday. That must have been so much fun, even if you don't like football, right?
Always a very eclectic crowd.
Yeah,
there.
I bet. Yeah, you say, who else did you say was there all the time?
Well, Henry Rollins was there every Monday night, which was odd. But like Fred Dreyer used to live around the corner from him, and he'd be there. And I was like, oh, okay, watching a game with a pro football player. He never said anything. Ever.
Really? Isn't that funny? That's because he's a really serious actor now. I have no problem here taking Green Bay minus 6.5. That could be more, and I'd still take them. Alec, what do you think?
Does anyone remember Fred Dreyer's catchphrase on Hunter?
No.
Works for me.
Man.
When you want a man of action.
I'll go Green Bay.
Low standards for a catchphrase.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
know.
3 words.
I can't even believe that was such a popular show. And of course, he had that thing where they have the opening credits and he comes out dressed as like, an 80s rocker with the hair and everything.
Yep.
There's always
Yep.
one where they go undercover. No matter what crime show it is, they're always undercover in the decades, whatever the decades dress is, and that's the comedy of the show.
I mean, I guess Scott Bakula's was Oh Boy, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, yep,
Oh,
yep.
That's it.
Oh,
Scott
boy.
Bakula. What show was that?
On,
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap. Right. So David Tell once said, have you ever called Scott Bakula's answering machine? And I'm like, no. He goes, it's awful. You call him up and he goes, hi, it's Scott. Leave a message and I'll call you Bakula.
Oh, God.
Worked every time for me. Mike, what do you think? Green Bay and the Vikings.
Gotta go Vikings.
All right. Yeah, you weirdo.
Goal.
Chris?
Goal.
Green Bay.
Yeah, it's the way. The audience, I'm going to assume they're going to say Green Bay.
Yeah, they're leaning Green Bay.
Of course. Here's the stupid Lions against the Colts. I got no problem picking the Colts. Yeah, the Lions stink, even though they made a comeback last week, but that was against the Falcons. Alec, what do you think?
I think the Lions have found something. I'm going Detroit.
Ooh, interesting. Even
Now
though
what?
that trader is working for them now.
Here's the thing. This is very. Do I go now or do we let Chris
You
go?
gotta go
Let
now.
Chris go.
Okay, Chris, Regan, you go.
Oh, I think the Lions are hot right now. I'm going to go.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right,
so
Mikey.
then I'll go. I'll go Colts because it's just feeling like a lot of Lions.
What does the audience say?
Colts.
Colts. Okay, so Mike, you made the wrong pick this time. Then you're
Well, it
getting
depends
out
on.
of
I mean,
character.
if it's even.
This is a tough one. Now, last week was really easy picking the Bucks over the Raiders because the Raiders all had COVID, so they beat them by 30 points. This is the Browns that came back against the scrappy Bengals. I'm going to take the Browns at home. Alec, what do you think?
I think the Browns have found something. I'm going with the Browns.
We have a burgeoning catchphrase.
Yeah.
Well,
Mike?
Obviously the Raiders. I have
Okay.
to.
Chris, what do you think?
I like any team that has its stickers on every black SUV you see, so I'm going to go with the Raiders.
What does the audience say? I really don't know what they're thinking.
They're going Browns.
They're going Browns. Interesting. Here's the Bengals against the Titans, who are probably pissed. The Bengals have been playing really good. The +6 looks interesting. The Titans don't blow people out. I'm going to take the Bengals, but I'm nervous about the Titans being angry about the loss last week. Alec, what do you think?
Found something, Titans.
Mike?
Okay,
Jesus,
so yeah, now I have to make a decision because I'm gonna go the other way guy. I'm also a big weather guy. Like I like to predict, how they're gonna. So Cincinnati, they're at Cincinnati, right?
Yep.
And it's not really. It's a November kind of. This is not working for me. All right, I'm gonna go Titans.
You're going to go Titans. Chris Regan?
I'm going to honor Cincinnati's connection to the people of India and go with the Bengals.
What does the audience say?
They're all saying Titans. Damn
Damn it. See, I should have picked Titans. You should always listen to the audience. They're very talented at this. All right, here's Mike's stupid Bills against the stupid Patriots that Alec worships that aren't playing very good. This was the test. Is it Belichick? Is it Brady? Right now, it looks like Brady was the guy, and Belichick doesn't look that much of a genius, even though I'm sure he'll work it out. They're on their
Turns out having the best quarterback ever means something.
apparently. Alec, you go first. What do you think?
I gotta go Bills.
Really? Minus the 3.5. They're not even playing that
The
good.
Pats are garbage right now.
Mike Royce.
So here's how I'm gonna play this. The Bills will definitely lose. I'll take the Bills.
All right, Chris Regan.
And won't cover. I mean,
I'll go with the Patriots.
Wait. If you're saying the Bills are not going
right. Sorry. No, I'm the Bills all the way. No, I didn't realize they're favored. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They're
That's
favored.
an even.
I could change it if you want. But Chris,
No,
you said
no,
you're
no.
going the Patriots?
Yes, it was my turn.
Yes. Mike's very rude that way. He's that kind of person.
Sorry. So many opinions about the Bills.
I'm not all in on the Bills anymore, but yeah, the Patriots are bad. Yeah, I guess I'll go the Bills. What does the audience say?
Bills.
They're all saying Bill. Oh, most of them are saying Bills. One person said stupid Bills, but they're
That's like Mike Royce. They're up. Mike.
No,
must be
we're all
State.
doomed.
I have no problem going with the Chargers here. That kid is playing fantastic. That Justin Herbert, he's really good. He's coming up. I'm going with the Chargers. Alec?
I agree with you.
Yep. Mike?
Okay, this is perfect because the Chargers lose every game they're supposed to win. And this fits into my weather paradigm, actually atmosphere. Because if you go to Denver, you die in 3 seconds by breathing. So
That's right.
Denver.
Denver plus the points. Chris Regan?
The horse.
Exactly. It's so we have so many people that do it that way. What does the audience say? I'm going to say they're going to say Chargers.
Yeah, it looks like Broncos.
Really? Uh-oh. I got to change my bet. Like with my bookie, I mean. Because these guys are good. Here's the Seahawks against the 49ers. 49ers coming off a big win, but not against a great Patriots team. The very handsome Jimmy Garoppolo against the unbelievable Seahawks, who are probably really pissed about what happened last week. I'm going to go Seahawks. Minus the 3, Alec.
Agree with you. Seahawks.
What's the catchphrase?
Found something.
Mike?
San Francisco.
Okay. Chris Regan?
Seahawks.
Seahawks. And the audience says?
Seahawks.
Okay. God, these Bears are so annoying. You just cannot figure them out. I have no idea. The Saints aren't that great. I think if they had kept it close last night, I might have picked the Bears. I can't figure them out. I really don't know what to do. Mike Royce, why don't you go first this time?
I'm Googling the weather in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Chris Regan, you want to go first?
No, that's okay. I got it. I'm almost set. I'm going Bears.
Yeah. Chris?
I'm going to say who dat and go with the Saints.
Oh, he's going to go with the Saints.
Huh?
Alec?
Oh, the Bears are the worst 5-2 team in NFL history. Saints.
It's tough because the Saints have trouble on the road. They're just not as good as they are. Yeah, I'm just mad at the Bears. I'm going to go Saints. Damn it. I'm upset with myself. What does the audience say? I should have waited.
Oh, Saints.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better. This game sucks. I can't believe it's on Sunday Night Football and they didn't flex it out. Yep. These are two teams. Ironically, they've only won one game apiece, and yet they're playing for first place. And, I guess you don't take Cowboys and Eagles off Sunday Night Football no matter how horrible they're playing. The Cowboys, that Danucci guy is unbelievable. I thought he was going to come out blasting. Now, Dalton's, I don't know whether he's playing or not. I'm taking the Eagles in this one to win by 10. Yep. Alec, what do you think?
Eagles, 100%.
Yeah. Mike Rice?
Hate the Cowboys, picking the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Okay. Chris?
In North Dallas 40, the Cowboys.
And what, Mike, does the audience say?
They're tied up. One person literally said tie. And so I'll say Cowboys.
Yeah, right. Because if it's a tie, then we'll go with the points. And here's another horrible game. I see no reason. Sometimes the Giants are able to keep it close, but I see no reason why the Bucs shouldn't be able to cover that huge spread. They're playing so good, and the Giants really stink. I'm going with the Bucs. Alec?
Antonio Brown goes off. The Bucs win by 21.
Those are all your boys from the Pats.
Meadowlands is windy, and last second field goal that pushes it to the spread goes awry. Giants.
Oh, interesting. Chris?
LT, Giants.
And what does the audience say for our final pick?
They're saying Bucs.
They are saying Bucs. That seems like the correct pick. All right. Well, there it is, everybody. Thank you for making those lovely picks today. We have one more segment that we do today before we leave. Get rid of that. This is the news. This is where I show, there's your boy really hustling for it. Something Belichick would never let him do with the Patriots.
He looks handsome there.
Here's your new boy.
Yeah.
Stidham. He's something, huh?
No,
he's a lot of fun.
Terrible. Terrible. Get him off.
Oh, how handsome is this guy? Oh my God. You think he was angry that the Patriots let him go, or is happy?
I mean, he's probably happy now.
Oh, look how happy he is. Boy, is he handsome. Oh man. Here's Danuccio. What's this guy? Danuccio. Is this somebody we all went to high school with, and then you never see them again out of high school?
Okay.
There's all those people, those names you see, like, hey, do you remember Janine Zlutko from high school? Like, you never see them again ever. You remember Donna Zielinski, how great she was? Like, I don't think those people ever made it after high school. Something happened to those names that we all went to high school. I never meet anybody like that ever.
A lot of them are in the Trump administration. Sorry, political. Sorry.
Wait, what's that guy's name? I met him. What's that guy? That
Scaramucci.
Scaramucci.
Bobulinski. I guess
yeah, we hung out one night.
technically a
He,
Biden
unlike J.J. Abrams, smells amazing.
I bet.
There's Flacco. And you know what the next caption out of this is when he throws his helmet down is, God, what a week I'm having. And there's the Jets celebrating, which is hilarious because they lost the game and they just stink. I just think it's funny that they have the nerve to celebrate when you haven't won a game. Just pretend you make a touchdown. You're pretty lucky and you're going to lose anyway. So you look stupid. And obviously here's the guy that should be the quarterback for the Jets.
Oh,
as Alec and Chris know, this is
Love
Flash
it.
Gordon.
Love
Right?
it.
Yeah, because who would be better than this guy? He knows what he's doing. This is how you quarterback.
42, 43.
Yeah, look what he does. This is what Darnell should do. Yeah, just throw it right at him. Yes. That is how you quarterback the New York Jets.
Wow.
That is what also makes Ted the greatest movie ever, that you guys get that.
I've told you the story about what he asked for, right?
Yes. Would you please tell it again? I wasn't sure if I was supposed to mention it.
So
It would make me so happy.
Sam Jones, aka Flash Gordon, has a cameo in Ted, and when he was talking to Seth about what he should be paid, he said to Seth before the movie, he's like, "Look, I know in my heart that I'm a $15 million actor." And like, so that was his ask. And Seth was like, well, I think it might be a problem because that's more than double what Mark Wahlberg is making. And so then he was like, okay. And he had a house this was his con all along, I'm sure. He had a house that he had identified outside of San Diego along the water that cost like, I don't know, like $800,000. And he was like, I'll take it I want this house. And I think he ended up settling. It was for like $25,000 or something.
You gotta like a guy that hasn't made a movie or been seen in 30 years that he's trying to negotiate. I mean, you gotta respect it.
In my heart, I know I'm a $15 million actor.
In Ted 2, was it the same thing, or did he just like, I'll just do it for whatever?
I think it was double scale.
Well, he was worth it, and he was awesome. And I thought only people from Florida did cocaine. Did you guys see this? Because this is right out of Family Guy. This was in Buffalo, New York. Did you guys see this?
This is where Catches on Fire?
Yeah. I mean, this is right out of Family Guy. The Zamboni catches on fire.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
It's awesome. This made me laugh so hard when I saw it. I guess because I'm thinking of Family Guy. I'm like, this is gotta be. And the guy just keeps riding it right into the
What is he doing?
Into the children's locker room. That's where the children are getting trained for hockey practice. It's my favorite, and that's me on the Zamboni.
His go down with the ship attitude, though.
I know.
This is me on the Zamboni before, and then you can see there's a troublemaker here that he's doing something nasty, and then he walks away, and that thing caught on fire. I was the one riding it. Oh, this Mike, what's the score of the World Series right now? Any score?
Well, it's 1-0, and as keeping my eye on it, the Dodgers have it's been a almost massacre in 2 innings, but they somehow held it together.
That Tampa Bay is playing well.
Tampa Bay has had men on base, bases loaded, and 2 guys on base.
I'm rooting
first inning, second inning.
I'm rooting for Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay, but you have to root against Tampa Bay because this is what happened when they won. I show this every week. This is what happened when they won the Stanley Cup. Okay, they did this boat thing carrying the Stanley Cup around, right? For a social distancing reason. Unfortunately, they're in Florida, so no one cares about social distancing. And that's what will happen if the Tampa Bay Rays win. This exact non-social distancing scene will happen again even though the girls look really hot. It's just not acceptable.
It happened with the Lakers too.
Oh, is that true? Because I didn't see that there was anything with the Lakers.
Yeah.
They did have a ceremony?
There's actually a thing in the LA Times today about how COVID got more spread in LA because of.
So there's no way to win. I thought LA was smarter. I guess not. So it doesn't matter whether the Dodgers win or the Rays win. We're all doomed.
Yep. Oh.
Thank you. I assume you guys saw the OJ retort.
Damn, Jeffrey Toobin. At least Pee Wee Herman was in an X-rated movie theater. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Can you imagine getting roasted by OJ? That's like the most embarrassing thing. And this is who he was masturbating to. This was the girl on the Zoom call who looks like, huh?
No? Ray Davies?
No, John Waite.
John Waite.
John Waite.
His bad English period.
That's right. And what about this, Chris Regan?
Hey, it's John Waite. During his solo period.
That's right. Alec, when me and Mike and Chris were in college, I had this TV show. We did this bit with John Waite where my friend John Fiddy, who was in the clip with Chris, he works for the Globe. He just kept saying, but John Waite. And then John Waite would turn around, huh? And he'd be like, what? And here's the Fox News that Chris Regan's a part of, as we see now. I can't believe, Chris, you're on Fox News. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh.
No, it's from Ted 2.
Chris.
And it's so awesome that you were in one of my favorite movies of all time. Thank you so much.
What a murderer's row of non-actors.
Yeah, I know, but it's really cool that you're in the movie, and it's a great movie, and it's just so funny. You look great in it too. Oh, so I don't know if you heard that Largo got burglarized yesterday.
No.
That's where Conan does his show. I swear to God, I'm not making it up. Largo, Conan's set, got burglarized. You guys did nothing about it. I hope you're happy with yourselves. And you know, the only thing that was stolen was the Sarah Silverman pillow, the couch over there. But no, for real, it got burglarized. His set got burglarized. Largo got burglarized yesterday.
Wow.
And this, of course, is the Saved by the Bell reboot, which is coming up shortly on Peacock. I'm very excited about it. How great!
I saw the preview. It looks funny.
How great does this guy still look? I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, she looks good too. Tiffany Amber. They all look really good. He looks amazing. And he plays the governor of California. And you know what? I am buying that premise that Zach Morris could win governor. Here he is as governor saying hello to everybody. It makes sense. He should probably just run. Mark Paul Gosselaar. He's just as handsome as Gavin Newsom.
Oh, God.
Are we really questioning who gets into office these days?
Yes.
That's like a question still.
I am questioning it because, this was the Happy Days remake, or the thing for the Democratic Party. I'm trying to look for this. I can't find it anywhere. I think it's funny that anybody that would be interested in donating to the Democratic fundraiser for the Wisconsin, because it took place in Milwaukee. That's the gag. Anybody who would be donating who'd want to see the Happy Days reading. Do we really need to know that Ron Howard was playing Richie Cunningham? Oh, Anson Williams was Potsy. That's right. I just thought that was seems like we get it. And this is drive-in voting in Iowa. Didn't know that was a thing. And here's something that's problematic. Here are the ballots yet to be counted. And this is only in Portland. We're in big trouble.
Oh, boy.
And that is how we end tonight's show. Have you guys voted yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I haven't done it yet. I've heard, I'm planning on doing it in person, and it just started Saturday. And my friend went down there today, said the line is sick. It's ridiculous. And that's 3 days after it's opened. I'm getting a little nervous, but I'll wait in line 2 or 3 hours to do it. But it's great that you guys you did it by mail-in ballots, all of you?
I did.
Drop off box, but yes.
Boy, when you see those ballots in the mail, though, it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, but that's it's probably, I'm sure it's many more this year, but that's every year they,
Yeah, I know, but still, it just seems like this year, I don't know,
Well, yeah.
But it is entertaining, if anything, even though it's a little nerve-wracking. Alec, are you ever going back to California?
Oh,
will you go back when this is over, or will you just now do Family Guy from your respective homes?
Well, that's all TBD, but I'm sure that if we ever get back and we're back in an office, that I'll I'll get a pied-à-terre in Koreatown and come back.
I guess, I mean, are you working on anything else besides Family Guy right now that you want to plug or anything?
Not really. No, I'm just, I'm enjoying working on the show. I'm enjoying working with Chris Regan, seeing that fresh face every day, fresh young newcomer.
Chris Regan's the best.
Yeah, no, we're having fun still working on the show.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you have him on the show as well, because I've been following his career very closely. And I told him, Chris and I are on this like college chat all the time. And I always say, I've gone to all the offices that he's been working as a writer all these years, and I can't catch him. Every time I go to the office, he's gone. And the last time when I found out, this was at the Burn, the Jeff Ross show. When I found out he was there, I didn't even know he was working there. I saw his name up on his email address on the screen. I went down. I'm like, wait, he's here? And I went down to see him, and his chair was actually spinning. Like he had just left. Like a whirlwind. So I could never catch him. Even when I went to see you, Alec, he wasn't there that day.
Yeah, I remember.
Very elusive.
That was by
design. But it makes me very happy. It makes me very happy that he's working, because he's just as funny as any of the guys that I know that are the best. Mm-hmm. And Mike Royce, you have One Day at a Time. It is on CBS All Access right now. It was airing on CBS Network for a while, but no more, right?
CBS, yeah. If you go to CBS.com, it has like the last 5 episodes, and I guess also CBS All Access or the Pop app. Everybody has the Pop app.
Well, I watched Pop because of Schitt's Creek, so
yeah,
I knew exactly.
It's still on that website and app as well,
and it's still on Netflix.
Pilot, but we'll see if it goes.
It's still on Netflix as well. Yes.
The first 3 seasons are on Netflix. Correct. Yes.
But they will put the 4th one on Netflix after.
Not at this point. Really? No, it's not.
That's odd not to have it all together.
We're trying to get 1 season on every network.
It's a smart move.
Yeah.
Way to spread it around. Well, that is our show for today. Next week is a strange week. I usually have my guests prepared 2 weeks in advance. I don't know who's on next week because it's election day. We're doing it at 5:00 Eastern. That's 2:00 LA time. That's ridiculous. But, we want to do the show, and it's, nobody really cares about a show like this, I guess, on election day, even though we will not have a president named, I assume, by midnight. I assume it'll take a couple of days or weeks. Right. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I could do the show, but the Comedy Cellar is actually doing a live event for the election, a 4-hour event from 7 to midnight. I will be on it along with your favorite comics, your favorite Cellar comics, and everybody. And we'll all be talking about the election. That'll be a lot of fun. But my particular show, this show, will be at 5:00 next week and go back to our regular 8:00 time slot the week after. So please watch us then. Please be kind enough to hit the donate button if you're enjoying the show in the chat room.
Oh boy.
And we always appreciate it. And then someday we will be back at the world famous Comedy Cellar to do actual comedy. But right now you can go down, support the Olive Tree, support the club, have dinner with the comics on a daily basis. And that is the Comedy Cellar, the great Comedy Cellar. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It was so much fun.
Thanks,
and your
Dave.
shows are really, really terrific. And I'm a huge fan of everything. And
thank you,
guys,
Dave.
Especially.
Thank you, David.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks
Good
a lot.
night.
See you next week.